Hello everybody, Lord-Dico here. You guys remember my review of Red Riding Hood? Well, listen, I have a lot to more talk about because it was a bad movie and I need to explain it more. Okay, let me just say this. This is the biggest waste of Gary Oldman I've ever seen. Seriously, if you waste Dracula Black, combination of the vampire himself and Sirius Black, that is something wrong. I just realized if Gary Oldman played Dracula and he's in a movie directed by the same person who directed Twilight, you know what, I'm not going to go there. Okay, so basically the plot is set in a village called Daggerhorn where Red Riding Hood, who's named Valerie, what the fuck, loses her sister to the werewolf and finds out she's being engaged to a guy called Henry but loves her longtime friend named Peter. And they both literally look like Jacob and Edward. Yes, those are the people I was talking about, guys. Those are the people I was talking about. This is far worse than Twilight. Soon, a bunch of people go to attack the wolf after Valerie visits her grandmother and gets the red hood. Wow, if that wasn't a big kick in the balls, be very afraid. Then those guys are climbing the mountain after we see a shot of a lunar eclipse for some reason, and they come to a fork in the road. And Peter decides to split up. Here's a clue, motherfucker. Don't go choosing that. You know it's a fucking trap. But no, they split up, and Henry's father gets killed, and the others come and kill it, or so they think. Because if it was real, then the movie wouldn't have been 20 minutes long. But no, you find out it's fake, and soon Gary Oldman comes to the village and tells him that his wife was a werewolf, and he killed her. Ooh, dramatic. He explains that every 13 years, if a werewolf bites someone, then they become a werewolf themselves. Yeah, it's not like it could happen immediately because they think we're idiots! At least it's better than Twilight logic. But soon they all party when Valerie sees someone with Peter and tries to make him jealous by dancing with her lady friend. Henry then sees this and gets into a fight with Peter. Then, afterwards, Peter tries to make a home run with Valerie. Now this led me to a few questions. One, why didn't Valerie dance with Henry to make him jealous? That would have been a little bit more sensible. Two, why did Henry get mad at Peter anyway? Seriously, couldn't that have just worked if... But yeah, you know what I mean. And three, why the hell was she dancing with that chick anyway? If you look at it, you almost feel like they're gonna have a lesbian makeout session. And Valerie switched moods. What the hell? First she gets angry at Peter, then she becomes a whore? Sign number one, you have a bad script. Congratulations, Catherine Hardwicke, you just sucked more. But then the wolf attacks and corners Valerie and her friend, and it turns out Valerie can communicate with the wolf as its eyes become brown human ones. And that's one other thing that bugs me about this film. It focuses on a lot of people who have brown eyes. Is that supposed to be mysterious? 'Cause it's not. You failed at that movie. Congratulations. You just suck even more. Soon enough, Valerie's friend and his brother gets arrested, thinking he's the wolf, and is locked up in a Roman elephant. What? Then Valerie's friend tries to convince Gary Oldman to release him, and offers herself for her. No, she does not show her chest, though that wouldn't save the movie anyway. But what does get his attention is that she tells that Valerie is a witch. Valerie actually agrees to it, but her friend's brother is already dead. Congratulations, you just killed a Weasley, you bastard. Soon Henry, Peter, and Valerie's father come up with a plan to save her, which ends up both in success and deep shit. Peter gets locked up in the elephant, and Henry gets arrowed while they try to get to the church, but Gary Oldman forces them not to. Dude, don't be a dick! Then the wolf gets his hand bruised and bites Gary Oldman's hand off, who ends up dying because apparently he killed someone's brother who was going to turn into a werewolf, and now he was going to turn into a werewolf. Huh, payback's a bitch, you motherfucker. The next day, Valerie dreams of waking up with her grandmother. Did she just go where I thought she was going? And it goes that whole grandma, what big, sort of thing. Then Valerie goes to her grandma's, but meets up with Peter, seeing his gloved hand, thinking that he's the wolf, and stabs him, and runs away to grandma's, only to find out her dad is there. Yep. Her dad was the wolf all along, and the reason he killed Valerie's sister was because she wasn't his blood daughter and needs to fight Valerie so she can become a werewolf too. Now this led to more questions. 4. Why didn't he tell her that her dad was a fucking wolf? 5. Why did he have to kill all those people in the first place? And 6. Why was Valerie a wolf to begin with? And why does she need to be bit to become a fucking wolf? What the hell? Explain, you god... Then Peter comes to the house, I guess forgetting the whole "did you stab me" thing, and attacks her father but gets bit. Then Valerie takes out Gary Oldman's severed hand with silver nails to kill her father. Yeah, apparently Gary Oldman had silver for fingernails, so that way he could defend himself from werewolves. How he got that surgery done is beyond me. Then again, that reminds me, why do people have hair gel and have clean clothing and white teeth? Explain, you dumb fucks. Then Peter leaves for a bit so he can control his powers, and during the scene where Valerie might be having second thoughts, I keep expecting her to say, "Bite me!" and her to become a werewolf too. Just like in Twilight. Except that's a fucking wolf! At least it's better logic, but it still doesn't make this movie any better! But no, she decides to wait for him, staying in her dead grandma's house, and leaves it at that, with Peter as a wolf seeing Valerie, and leading to a cliffhanger, and that's it. That's fucking it. So, it's like I said, don't see this movie. I recommend you to stay as far away from this film. This is one of those films that you would rather watch drunk on a Sunday night on TV. And for a film that says it's a horror flick, there's nothing to be scary about it. I think I only got a little startled once, but that was it. That was it. Just when you thought this movie was going to get good, it sucks. So yeah, see any of the other films that I mentioned in my past reviews, but not this one. But if you really, really want to see it, wait for a discount theater, or wait for it to come out on DVD, or Redbox, or Netflix. But if you're one of those types of people who like watching shitty movies and like to riff on it, go for it. Because this movie is incredibly riffable. Though, I'll give the movie credit for one thing, it at least gave the trailer for Insidious. Yeah, that might be something. So yeah, see Insidious. Alright, see you next time, guys.